It was past midnight in a quiet suburb. A family slept unaware of the night. Their Ring camera watched the front door, the street. Outside was dark and silent. Then a shadow moved across the driveway. At first it seemed like a stray animal, but the figure was upright. Too tall, it paused in the corner, just standing. The lens caught glowing eyes in the dark. Slowly, the figure walked toward the porch. It stopped right at the welcome mat. No sound came, only eerie silence, the Ring cam motion alert pinch phones. Parents stirred awake to check the feed on their screen was a man in a mask. He leaned close, staring into the camera. His face was hidden, only eyes visible. For minutes he just stood without moving. Breathing heavy fog into the lens, the father whispered, "Call the police." But the figure didn't knock, didn't speak. Instead, he produced a knife in his hand. He tilted his head, like studying prey. Then he bent, whispering to the camera. The mic caught chilling words. "I see you." The mother grabbed her kids from bed. They hid in the closet. Trembling quietly, police were dispatched. Sirens far away, the figure began circling the house. Each motion triggered a new camera alert. One clip showed him tapping windows softly, another showed him crouching in the backyard. His movements were slow, deliberate, taunting, as if he enjoyed knowing they were watching. He returned to the door. Blade in hand, he pressed it against the glass panel. The scratching sound echoed in the feed. The father held his breath. Clutching phone, time dragged as the figure wouldn't leave. The kids cried silently in their mother's arms. Sirens grew faintly louder. Still distant, the man leaned his ear against the door, as if listening for movement inside. Suddenly he laughed. Low and distorted. "Open up," he whispered. Voice cracked. The family prayed police would arrive soon. The Ring camera recorded every second later. Police reviewed the chilling footage. But when officers arrived, the figure fled. Only footprints remained on the wet grass. No forced entry. No signs of break-in, yet the terror was real. Unforgettable neighbors also had alerts on their phones. Some cameras caught him walking street to street, always masked, always carrying the same knife, moving from house to house like a predator. In some clips, he smiled directly at lenses. In others, he vanished into the shadows. Police called him the Porch Phantom. Reports of sightings grew across the county. Families posted footage on social media. Clips went viral under #HashRingNightmare. Millions watched the masked figure online. Parents everywhere checked their cameras nightly. Fear spread faster than facts about the man. Who was he? What did he want? Nobody knew. Some claimed he was a local drifter. Others believed it was staged for views. But victims swore their fear was genuine. The silence, the knife, the whisper, all real. Days later, another family posted footage. Their camera showed him standing still again. This time, he brought a rope in one hand. He tied it into knots, smiling at the lens. Hours later, he was gone without a trace. Police increased patrols but caught nothing. Communities locked doors. Boarded windows, children were warned never to sleep alone. The Ring app became a horror feed at night. Users scrolled through terrifying new clips. The masked man became an online urban legend. Yet to the victims, it wasn't a legend. They lived through the nightmare themselves. They replayed the footage, hoping for answers. Some said he looked familiar without mask. Others believed he used a voice changer. Each detail fueled conspiracy theories. Was it a cult initiation? A lone stalker? Weeks later, the sightings suddenly stopped. No more clips. No more alerts. Silence again, but silence felt even more terrifying because it meant he could be anywhere now. Cameras still watched, but fear lingered. The masked man had entered their lives forever. The footage stayed online, haunting millions, a reminder that horror hides in plain sight, sometimes at your front door, watching, sometimes whispering where you least expect, and sometimes never leaving your mind again.